We want to use a spreadsheet to write the first 8 terms in a sequence, arithmetic sequence. We're going to actually do all of these. I'm going to show you how to do one, and then I'll actually do the first 2, and then you'll see how to do the remaining 4. So let's start off by we're going to use the same sheet for everything. So this time, notice that I already have work in columns A and B, so I'm not going to bother those. I'm going to move this. I'm going to go all the way over to G on this one. I mean, really keep them separate. Make sure that you start out in cell G1. Make sure that. To do the first sequence, if the beginning term was 1, first term was 1, and the first term is 1, the common difference is 4. Common difference is 4. So that means in G2, I'm going to put an equal sign. I'm going to type G1, and I'm going to add 4. Then I'm going to press enter. Notice, so that's my first term 1, and that's my second term. To get the rest of the terms, I make sure I just pull down. I put my cursor in the corner of G2. Make sure it turns to a plus sign, and I'm going to drag this down pretty far. I need to get to at least 56. It's okay if I go a 4 past it, but I'm really interested in cell 56. In cell 56, which I'm going to highlight actually, put a fill color there, is 221. So that is my 56th term. If I scroll up, I see that I also have, and make sure that you scooch this over, I also have my first 8. So when you enter in your first 8 terms in class kick, make sure that you place a comma and a space between the terms like this, or else it won't grade it. So in this particular one, I wanted a space and a comma between each term. And you can see how to put the answer in there. Now, let's say we're going to go to the second problem. My first term is -9, and my common difference is 1. I'm going to go right back to my spreadsheet. This time my first term is a -9. So I put a -9 in H1. And so in H2, equal sign. And this time my common difference is 1, not 4. So I'm going to put in, let's put in equal sign again. And I don't want H1 plus 4. I want H1 plus 1. So I'm going to change, I actually need to type it this time. H1 plus 1. So you have to overwrite what they have there. And when I do that, I get -8. So let's go ahead and drag this all the way down to the 56th term. Now, it's okay if you overshoot it. But if you do that, the 56th term is right next to the 56th term of problem number 1. So it's 46. So you're going to have all of these sequences laid out right next to each other. The next problem is going to start in I1 right here, and enter the appropriate formula and drag down. So make sure that when you enter your answers that you put a space in between. So in this one you got -9, comma, space, -8, comma, space, -7, comma, space, -6, comma, space, -5, comma, space, -4, comma, space, -3, comma, space. And I got one more, -2. I don't need a comma space after the last one. So if I press enter, that should give me the correct answer, and it does. And what was my 56th term? Let me go back to it. If I scroll down to 56 on my left, I'll see that my 56th term for my H, and I might as well highlight that a different color. I'll make that pinkish. That's 46. So let's go here and let's put a 46 there. And that should correct. So that's how you're going to complete your spread. That's how you're going to complete. So do the same thing with the rest of these. Okay. All right.